right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Wednesday, December 7th, 2022. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by my dad, Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Hanging in there.
Well, that's not what I wanted. I got a little bit of got a decent slate of games today. Mostly in college basketball. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by my dad, Tony Gonzalez. All right, that sounds okay. Get everything pulled up here real quick. Yeah, mostly NBA and some college basketball. There's probably some NHL too, I would say. I really didn't look at hockey. College football is kind of dead until for a couple weeks or so. NFL come back tomorrow. Things are pretty. Or no, it's the Panthers, not the Panthers, but the Rams tomorrow. Isn't it?
Is it the Rams? Rams and who?
Rams and Raiders. It's going to be a barn burner.
I care less.
I guess there's actually talks that Baker Mayfield could play tomorrow for the Rams.
Really?
They got the Raiders as 6.5-point favorites.
Raiders have won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the Raiders have had a bad season, but they blew a couple games, and then they're another team that their record could be a lot different than what it is.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, you're right. It could definitely be. The record could definitely be a lot better than what it is. All right, let's see. All right, we'll start in NBA.
How'd you end up doing on Monday's picks? I went 5 for 5, but I did hit a college basketball parlay. My low minus 15.5 at LIU, and my North Dakota State plus 14.5, and my Kent State plus 14.5 against Gonzaga. That hit. But I went 5 for 5 overall with my hockey and NFL and everything that I had picked.
I was 5 and 3. Didn't do good in the NFL. Well, the under hit on the NFL. I had the Bucks -3. Of course, they barely pulled the game out. Yep. It was a low scoring game, like I figured it'd be, but I didn't think it was. I didn't.
Let me ask something real quick. Do you think Tampa Bay getting the playoffs, which I think they're going to? Do you think they could be a dangerous team?
Yeah, their biggest problem is just not being able to find the end zone in the red. Well, when they get down the red zone, if they can figure that out.
Their defense has been playing pretty good lately.
Yeah, defense is starting to play better. They just got to figure out how to score some more points. If they could get
in the end zone, because like I told you, I was shocked that I just noticed that Brady was top 5 in yards in passing this year. The year he had, I didn't think he's got over 3,300 yards passing. I think leading the league is Mahomes with like 3,800. So I mean, not like he's way behind.
Yeah, they're great. Their biggest problem has been not being able to find the end zone. They can get down the red zone, but don't score points.
They've got that playoff experience, so they could be a dangerous team.
And it's all about getting hot at the right time. And we've seen it before. Seattle got in with like an 8-9 record that year and went on a run.
Yep.
So I mean, it could happen. I wouldn't want to play them. I wouldn't want to play them as a wild card. If I'm a wild card team and having to play them in Tampa, first game. Because anything can happen if you have Tom Brady. If he can get that offense going, you can be in trouble. NBA first game tonight: Los Angeles Clippers at the Orlando Magic. Clippers are 7-point favorites, -270 on the money line. The Magic are plus 220 on the money line. Over/unders at 216. I like the Clippers in this game. I know the Clippers have not. They've had Kawhi out. They haven't had everybody healthy, but even with what they have, they're a better team than what the Magic have been. Magic have had some guys out, plus they're a young team. So I like the Clippers at the -7. Then you have the Lakers at the Raptors. The Raptors are 12.5-point favorites, -750 on the money line. Lakers are plus 530 on the money line. No Anthony Davis for for the Lakers tonight. He's out with the illness. He started to play last night, then left not feeling good. They've already announced he's not playing tonight, and then I guess also no LeBron James tonight with the ankle.
Really?
So they have the Lakers, like I said, as 12.5-point underdogs in this game with no LeBron and no Davis against the Raptors at home. I like the Raptors or excuse me, I like the Raptors to win the game, but I think 12.5 points is just too many.
I don't know, man. No LeBron and no Davis. I mean, who's gonna?
That's true. Russell Westbrook. Who has been playing good ball? All these people that wanted to blame everything on Westbrook last year. Westbrook's been playing good basketball here this season.
He's went in and taken over the second team when they come off and being the go-to guy on the second team, and he's done a great job. So
yeah.
Any problems the Lakers have got this year, it ain't because of
it hasn't been because of Westbrook. No. Their biggest problem is what a lot of people thought at the beginning of the season are they going to be able to stay healthy a whole season, because Anthony Davis always has been injury prone and missing time. LeBron's getting older, and you're already starting to see where they're missing the game.
And still, I don't know if they have enough outside shooting.
No, they don't. They lead the league in points in the paint, but yeah, their outside shooting isn't very good. Which I think you could be all right if you quit trying to shoot outside all the time. Yeah, but that's the problem. You get teams that still try to shoot from the outside.
As big as I mean, I know he's gotten older a little bit, but he's still great. LeBron, if he goes inside, who's going to stop him? If he wants to just pound the basket,
yeah,
who's going to stop him? As he is.
Not many guys. Best thing you can do is foul him and send him to the foul line, and hope that he don't hit the free throws, because he at the free throw line some. Hornets. Next game is the Charlotte Hornets at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are 10-point favorites. They're minus 510 on the money line. Hornets are plus 390 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 222.5. I like the over the 222.5 in this game. I like the Nets to win, but still 10 points to me is a little more than what I like to give up with the Nets. They haven't been consistent enough for me to give up 10 points, but I do like the over in that game. Then we have the Atlanta Hawks at the New York Knicks. The Knicks are 2-point favorites at home, minus 124 on the money line. The Hawks are plus 106 on the money line. Over-unders at 232.5. I like the Atlanta Hawks in this game. Both these teams have been up and down, but I like the changes the Hawks made. The biggest thing for the Hawks is playing some defense, but the Knicks aren't a real high-scoring team as well, so I like the Hawks on the money line. Then you have the Detroit Pistons at the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans are 11-point favorites, minus 590 on the money line. The Pistons are plus 430 on the money line. Over-unders at 229 for this game. I like the Pelicans to win the game. Again, I don't like giving up that many points. 11 points is a lot of points in an NBA game, especially regular season. But the Detroit is a young team. They're still trying to learn how to win. So I do favor the Pelicans in that game. And then the next game is the Washington Wizards at the Chicago Bulls. Bulls are 5-point favorites at home, minus 205 on the money line. Wizards are plus 172 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 227.5. I like the Bulls at the minus 5. In this game, the Bulls are a better team than what the Wizards are at this point in the season. OKC Thunder at the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are 8-point favorites, minus 320 on the money line. The Thunder are plus 260 on the money line. Over-unders at 232.5. I like the Grizzlies at the minus 8. The Grizzlies are the better team. OKC, Gilchrist Alexander has been playing good for them, but I just don't think they're going to have enough firepower against the Grizzlies. The Sacramento Kings at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 6.5-point favorites, minus 250 on the money line. The Kings are plus 205 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 235.5. I like the Bucks in this game at the -6.5. The Kings have been a kind of a surprise team, though. They have played pretty good ball this year. Uh, I think they're a little ahead of schedule, but I still think the Bucks have been one of the best teams in the league, even dealing with a lot of injuries. So I like the Bucks at the -6.5. Then you have the Indiana Pacers at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves are 5-point favorites at home, -210 on the money line. Pacers are +176 on the money line. Over unders at 237. Uh, Pacers have been playing pretty good, but they've struggled on this road trip some. I know they did beat the Warriors and they
Yeah.
beat the Lakers, but then they started the road trip off
Well,
against the Timberwolves and lost.
now, are they going to be back to full strength, or do you know? Because I know Halliburton didn't play the last game. They won. They beat Golden State, but Halliburton and another starter didn't play. So they had two starters. Oh, Turner.
Oh, okay.
Halliburton and Turner didn't play that game, and they still beat the Warriors.
Let me look real quick. Well, I like the over in that game, but now you said that. Let
Yeah, I
me
mean,
check to make
and I
see
don't
who's
know. I
playing
don't even know
tonight.
why they missed. I mean, I just know that because I caught the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, and they didn't play at all. Uh, but that rookie from Gonzaga had one hell of a game.
Nimhard,
Yes,
he's been playing.
but they had some other guys. I think they ended up with 6 or 7 people still in double figures that game, and without Halliburton and Turner, that's pretty impressive. At Golden State, they led the whole game, and Golden State come back and got it tied up 95-95 with about 4 minutes
Let's
left,
see.
and Indiana took the game back.
Halliburton's out. They're saying that Miles Turner's day to day, so he could play.
So it's
But it looks like
possibility they both could be out again.
yeah, Tayshaun Prince is going to be out tonight for the Timberwolves. Let me see if I go to here if it says if they've announced it. Sometimes it'll. Mm, it's not saying. At least not where I can find it kind of quick. That's what this says here. Miles Turner injury on Wednesday. The Pacers are facing off. He's listed as questionable with the hamstring injury. Turner is. So they haven't announced for sure if he's going to play or not. But with a hamstring injury, I would say probably not.
Yep.
Why rush him back out there?
Yeah.
But I like the over. I do like the over the 237 in that game. Then you have the Golden State Warriors at the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are 7.5-point favorites at home, -300 on the money line. The Warriors are +245 on the money line. Over unders at 233. I like the Jazz at home. The Warriors have not played well on the road this season. They've played a lot better at home than they have on the road. So I like the Jazz at the -7.5. Then you have the Boston Celtics at the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are 1-point favorites at home, -112 on the money line. The Celtics are -104 on the money line. So this game's close to a pick 'em. Over unders at 230.5. I like the Celtics on the money line. Celtics have looked like one of the best teams in the league. Suns have played good as well. Booker's played pretty well, even with Chris Paul being out. But I think the Celtics defense is going to be able to slow the Suns down a little bit. So I like the Celtics. I think so. I like the Celtics at home. over 230.5. I kind of like the under because both these teams can play decent defense. That's all the NBA games for
Did
tonight.
you have the Hornets in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
What was the point spread on that?
The Nets, Brooklyn are 10-point favorites. -10.
-10?
Yep.
I thought it said it +10.
No, Hornets are +10.
Okay.
Let's see. Then NBA or NCAA basketball. You got Michigan State at Penn State tonight. Penn State's a 4.5-point favorite. In that game, -182 on the money line. Michigan State's +150 on the money line. Over-unders at 136.5. I like Penn State at the -4.5. Then you have Siena at Georgetown. Georgetown's a 5.5-point favorite, -230 on the money line. Siena's +184 on the money line. Over-unders at 140.5. I like Georgetown to -5.5. I was kind of surprised that Georgetown's only a 5.5-point favorite in that game. DePaul at St. John's. St. John's is a 9.5-point favorite, -450 on the money line. DePaul's at +340. I like St. John's in that game. You got number 7 Tennessee at home against Eastern Kentucky. Tennessee's a 28.5-point favorite. Over-unders at 142.5. You also, let's see, you got Boston University at Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a 14.5-point favorite at home. Jacksonville versus VCU. VCU's an 8.5-point favorite at home in that game. Cornell at Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida, 14.5-point favorites. Then you have number 4 Purdue at home against Hofstra. Purdue's a 22.5-point favorite, minus 4,500 on the money line. I like Purdue at the -22.5 in that game. Then you also get the other games to come up. You also have Tucson at Clemson. Clemson's a 6.5-point favorite. I like Clemson at the -6.5. Ball State plays tonight. They're 10.5-point favorites against Eastern Illinois. I know they lost the other day on the last second shot. Ball State did.
They've been really up and down.
Yeah, yeah, they haven't been consistent at all. You have UConn at Florida. UConn's a 4.5-point favorite. I like UConn at the -4.5. Number 14 Indiana plays tonight against Nebraska. Indiana's a 13.5-point favorite. I like Indiana to win the game, but 13.5 points, too many points.
I'll tell you what, that game they played against Rutgers. Rutgers played really good defense and actually just was a lot more physical.
And IU couldn't hit nothing.
They had trouble hitting anything, but they
yeah,
getting in that Big Ten play.
If you look, Rutgers has beat IU like 9 straight times or something like that.
Yeah, it's a bad matchup.
Yeah, they've struggled against Rutgers. Let's see. Hey, how's it going, Don? Can you list them again? Yeah, I'll go over my best picks of the day here in just a second, Tyler. Haven't been too bad. How you been doing? He said lost with Bucknell yesterday. Screw them. Did you?
Yeah, I've got some parlays here. I'll go with my NBA parlay first. I got the Clippers -7 at the Magic. I got the Atlanta Hawks at the Knicks. I'll take Knicks -2. I got the Charlotte Hornets at the Brooklyn Nets. I'll take the Nets -10. That's my NBA parlay. My NHL parlay, I got the Buffalo Sabres moneyline win at the Columbus Blue Jackets. I got the Boston Bruins moneyline win at the Colorado Avalanche. And then I've got the Edmonton Oilers money line win against the Arizona Coyotes, and Edmonton's at home. And then my college basketball parlay, I have Siena at Georgetown. I'll take Georgetown minus 5.5. I got Loyola, Maryland -2 at Hampton. And then I've got Rider minus 3.5 at Stonehill College.
All right. My NBA picks for tonight. I have the Clippers. Hold on one second. I have the Clippers at -7 against the Orlando Magic. The Atlanta Hawks money line against the New York Knicks. Chicago Bulls -5 at home against the Washington Wizards. The Milwaukee Bucks -6.5 at home against the Sacramento Kings. I like the Nets and the Hornets over the 222.5. And I also like the Pacers and the Timberwolves over 237. And in college basketball tonight, I like Georgetown -5.5 against Siena, Purdue -22.5 against Hofstra, Clemson -6.5 against Tucson, and UConn -4.5 against Florida. Why am I getting like a? Did I say the Celtics money line when I went through my NBA?
I'm not sure.
And I like the Celtics on the money line. For some reason, I felt like I forgot a game. But did you have anything else?
Nope.
Like I said, there isn't basically just basketball, mainly tonight, and some hockey. But I'll recap one more time just in case I forgot anything. Clippers -7. I like the Hawks money line, the Bulls -5, Bucks -6.5, Boston Celtics money line. I like the Brooklyn Nets and the Orlando Magic over 20 or over 222.5. The Pacers and Timberwolves over 237. And college basketball, Georgetown -5.5. Purdue -22.5. Clemson -6.5. And UConn -4.5. That's all the picks I have for today. Dad had a few parlays that he gave out. Also, don't forget tomorrow we'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live streaming Muncie Central High School against Cowan High School in wrestling. Tomorrow, that's also DCCW night at Muncie Central. They're going to honor DCCW for some of the fundraising that DCCW's done for Muncie Central. So join us tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be live from the Muncie Fieldhouse. If you're wanting to go watch that event live, it's at the Muncie Fieldhouse, and wrestling starts at 6. I think doors open around 5:30, somewhere around there.
I think it's 5:15.
Okay, 5:15. Yeah, doors open at 5:15. Wrestling starts at 6. We will, like I said, we will be streaming that live. So join us tomorrow for that. Also tonight we got Gonzo and the Judge Sports Talk at 11 p.m. Eastern. Join myself and Jonathan Mathis for that. If you missed our interview yesterday with Walter Buckley, go check it out. Had a good time. The chat room was full of people. It was a good interview. We was talking about Thunder Blunder coming up December 17th. Walter's the promoter of that. Has a awesome card set up for that show. It's in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the Emerson Theater. We'll also be there, but won't be able to go live due to internet. But we will be airing it later on. But come join us for that. That should be a fun night. And then over the weekend, we were at 2 big wrestling shows. We was at Summit Pro on Sunday. You can find that on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch pages. And then on Friday night, we was in Cincinnati, Ohio at Cincy Wrestling. Both of them were great shows. Go check those out. One in Cincinnati, you had former WWE guy, Zachary Wentz. You had Dan the Beast Severn there. Plus, you had some other big local guys as well. A lot of talented guys there. And then Sunday was a great show there for TJ Kim's last match. You can find all that. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow us on Facebook and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room as well. We greatly appreciate it. Same thing for the All Sports All Plays Network. please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate everybody joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, actually, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll have the afternoon show at 1. You have Easy Money, a sports betting show at 3. And like I said, we'll be live at 6 at Muncie Central, at the Muncie Field House for Central and County Wrestling. So come join us for that. Hope everybody wins some money tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
What time can we get in Central?